Okay, for this one, we're going to be doing what's called SmartArt. Not a feature I use a lot inside of Microsoft Word, but let's go through it anyway because it will come in handy if you're doing some cool stuff with graphs and papers and everything. So we're in the insert menu like we were before, insert SmartArt. So what you're really looking for is kind of a way of doing some cool diagrams and laying things out a little bit differently. Like for instance, let's go into hierarchy and do something inside there. Pick one of the base designs that it kind of starts with. I'll keep it something kind of basic here. Let's lay out um, some cool ways of organizing things. So if we were to put in here President of the USA, and then the second one here, we're going to put in Vice President of USA. And then underneath them, let's see, and this isn't accurate perfectly according to the way things work, but let's go ahead and list it anyway. Let's see, what are the different cabinet offices? Um, President's cabinet, and let's see, the cabinet include all does it include? We got the vice president, we got the secretary of state here, secretary of state, um, secretary of treasury, and let's see, secretary of defense. Or are there? Attorney General goes in here, so we're going to add another one to it. Spell of correctly would be helpful. And we're going to go ahead and add in another one. So if I want to add in another one, I'm going to add a shape. And I don't want him to be underneath him. I want him to be promoted so he's equal to him. So I'm going to then put in here. Let's see what is next. Secretary of the Interior. I want to add another one in there. I want to add a shape, and I want to have it promoted a little bit so it's equal to that person. Secretary of Commerce. Let's see. That's enough of them for now, just so you get the idea. Then, for instance, on the Secretary of Defense, did I spell that correctly? That would be helpful, wouldn't it? I spelled it wrong. Let's fix that real quickly. Underneath the Secretary of Defense, and yeah, I don't know this for sure, but let's say underneath him is the Army, and another one would be the Navy, and another one would be the Air Force, and another one would be what is it, the National Guard. You get the idea of what I'm doing with. So then I can then put pictures in here, and if I want to find a picture of the National Guard, I would just click on it, and I go National Guard, and I could put a picture of people of the National Guard in there as part of the image. And I could put in underneath there, this will be the Air National Guard, Air Force. What it helps you with organizing things into graphs and stuff that's over there. So if you take a look at it, it's all something you can control and do kind of neat. Let me show you another one to kind of inspire you to think about this kind of stuff. Again, we're inside Insert and SmartArt. Let's find another one that's interesting. The progression of a graph here. So we have a manufacturer, a retailer, and a customer. It's just kind of cool graphics that are kind of customer. And I can go in and, by the way, we had this available in the other one. I can go in and change the colors. I can make one specifically an exact color that I want it to be. I can make it three-dimensional. I could do all kinds of cool things inside the SmartArt menu. This is what this is SmartArt is design. I can change things, make them left to right. I can move things up and down. I can change all the different stuff. So you have all these different kinds of layouts. And it just allows you to do cool things with graphics, customized graphics showing the way things are. Let's go find another one just to have fun with this a little bit. SmartArt. Let's see, a pyramid, a matrix. Pyramid, we can do pictures, relationships, hierarchy. We did that a second ago. The cycle, a process, step by step process. So if we were to do, let's see, cool graphs. Okay, let's go on this one. We'll say this is going to be overall about graduation. Fresh, fresh. What, ninth grade? Ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. And if we want to add another one to this, add a shape down to the bottom of it, 12th grade. And if we wanted to, underneath these, we can go ahead and put, let's see, let's do add that, add a shape underneath it. But I want this one to be kind of demoted, so it's underneath it. You can move stuff around like that. So, I mean, really test. Okay, underneath ninth grade, required English class, required history class, required math class, PE, 2 electives. So really, it's just a way of organizing stuff and make them into cool graphs as to how they look. So it's something you really got to get in and play with. I haven't used it a ton, but it is something that you do need to know how to use in Microsoft Word. So have fun with that. SmartArt stuff does come in the other programs also inside PowerPoint and inside Excel. So what you're learning inside here is pretty universal. You get to the SmartArt design same way that you did on getting into the illustrations design area by double clicking on it, and then you can change things around. Have fun.